Just then, a brown centipede showed up on top of the tombstone to look around. He brought out an empty snail shell and blew a stick that was attached to the left side of the shell to call the invertebrates. After he was done blowing, he also brought out a leaf that had been crafted into a megaphone to inform the inhabitants that the coast was clear, the rain had finally stopped, and a new dead body had been added to the cemetery. All the excited insects came out of the grass, the trees, the logs, and the ground to scurry towards the new grave. The fleas and mosquitoes hoped that the body was bloody so they could be licking and drinking a lot of blood. That made the other invertebrates feel so disgusted and uncomfortable. They had other plans of using George's body parts, using bony fingers as swings for their children, crafting ribs into big brass instruments, and using the front teeth as shovels. It was time to get to work, so the mole crickets started digging below each side of the grave ledger, and the termites followed them to make holes in the coffin for the insects to go inside. As the insects witnessed them making entrances, a harvestman, Leggy, came out of the grass and crawled toward the crowd. Leggy encountered a couple of female ladybugs and politely greeted them like a gentleman. He flirted with them as he charmingly guessed to the girls that there is a new dead body in the cemetery. One of the ladybugs responded,
"Ooh, yes."
as she found his way of flirting quite irksome. The other ladybug nicely informed him that the insects were already making an entrance to the coffin so they could go in and do some work on the corpse. Leggy had to admit that having dead bodies in the cemetery would make it perfect for some of the insects to inhabit the bodies. But some of the insects would rather live in nature instead of inhabiting disgusting, rotting, deceased human carcasses. Leggy wanted to check out the new corpse to see if George had fresh brown hair on his scalp, so he might take some of the hair and use it as a wig to make himself good-looking for the ladies. He charmingly offered the two females to come with him to explore.
"It's my treat, ladies,"
he requested, but they refused. The rude ladybug rather lives in a thorny bush to keep unwanted guests away from her, while the friendly ladybug rather lives in a flower to cuddle with the pollen. As the girls flew off, Leggy decided to find his friends and bring them to George's grave.